I am going to be the greatest president that God ever created. This egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. What about the alt-left that came charging at the, as you say, the alt-right? And I looked the night before. If you look, they were people protesting.
It kind of defies logic on all fronts. It seems trivial, even countering what was said, so it bears fact-checking. Not true. Proven. Not true. Proven. Photos are on social media from the last one proving that is not true. These are not secret images. Not true. The Secret Service says it was basically the same kind of security setup as last time. Why does this matter so much to Donald Trump? Who cares?
Let's also talk about Trump. You know, I stand up here, I make these speeches all the time. All the time. We have the biggest crowds in history.
Why does this get under his skin when he's president of the United States? It's bizarre. There are all kinds of things to worry about, and yet the worry seems to be the accurate reporting on crowd size.
It's so cool to have all 50 states represented and people from all over the country that have traveled to enjoy our nation's 250th birthday.
Easily disprovable statements.
You're saying it's a falsehood. Alternative facts to that. But the point remains.
Wait a minute. Alternative facts? 4 of the 5 facts he uttered were just not true. Look, alternative facts are not facts.
And boom, any snarky attempt to try to undercut this president in the Oval Office while he's doing the business of the country. We can't have this kind of relationship.
You know, relationships between reporters and political spokespeople, they're always going to be adversarial, almost by definition, right? But this seems well beyond that already. And here we are on day 2. The notion of legitimizing so-called alternative facts draws into question everything that will ever be said by the White House in this administration. It's effectively an admission that whatever is said doesn't have to be actual facts. Think about that. It may or may not be true. Deal with it is the message. It's kind of stunning.
Alternative facts.
Alternative facts?
I am going to be the greatest jobs president that God ever created.
Alternative facts.
Don't believe those phony numbers when you hear 4.9 and 5%.
Alternative facts.
Alternative facts?
Don't believe those phony numbers. The number's probably 28, 29, as high as 35. In fact, I even heard recently 42%.
Alternative facts.
Donald Trump is falsely claiming he only lost the popular vote because millions voted illegally.
Alternative facts.
Donald thinks that climate change is a hoax perpetrated by the Chinese.
She says he did. He says, I don't. This is the problem with Twitter. It leaves a record. And yes, many times on Twitter, he's referred to climate change as a hoax.
Alternative facts.
We will build a great wall along the southern border. And Mexico will pay.
Alternative facts. Alternative facts.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period.
Multiple falsehoods, declaring erroneous figures easily proven to be factually inaccurate. Alternative facts. What is an alternative fact?
That they did not want to own what the truth was.
The alternative to a fact is a lie.
What's fair is the truth.
But he tells so many lies.
Should Donald Trump and his administration be held accountable if they are not telling the truth?
Absolutely. He should be held responsible to tell the truth.
Absolutely, they should be held accountable.
Everybody should be held accountable if, you spread something out there purposely that's false.
I changed the Obama policy, and we had a very good policy. And then Biden came in, and he changed it. And then when I came in 3 days ago, I signed a new order bringing it to the highest level of intelligence. Okay.
Do you think it's a fact or not that millions of people have lost their plans, their health insurance, and their doctors? Do you think it's a fact that everything we heard from these women yesterday, do you think it's a fact that millions of women, 16.1 million women, as I stand here before you today, are in poverty along with their kids? Do you think it's a fact that millions don't have health care? Do you think it's a fact that we spent billions of dollars on education in the last 8 years, only to have millions of kids still stuck in schools that fail them every single day? These are the facts.
So the
it's what
question-
this presidency is going to be about.
Like everything Donald Trump does has died because of him, because he makes it about himself. And when 30% of the country is all that approves of you, and you make this a celebration of you, nobody's going to turn out.